almost inviting. Suddenly, a hand grabbed his ankle, cold, wet. Arjun screamed and tried to pull away, but another hand grabbed his other leg. Then another, then more, from every direction. The ground wasn't just below him anymore. It was holding him. He fell, hard. His hands clawed at the soil, trying to escape. But the earth began to pull him down, slowly, relentlessly. Arjun. Now it sounded different, closer, inside his head, and as his body sank into the ground, he saw something beneath them, something deeper, something watching through all of them. They don't take your body. They take your voice.
If this terrified you, hit like. Share this with someone who loves horror. Comment "Run now" if you would escape. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 4, you'll learn why this forest exists.
This forest wasn't cursed. It was created. Every tree, every root, every whisper was fed with blood. If you think this horror began by accident, wait till you see what people were willing to do. Subscribe to the 60-second scare. Before the truth finds you, the soil closed over Arjun's legs. Cold, tight, alive. His body struggled, but his mind began to slip. The forest around him blurred. The voices faded, and something else began to take their place. Not whispers, memories. The forest changed. The trees looked thinner, younger. The ground, freshly dug. Torches flickered in the darkness. Figures stood in a circle. Villagers, dozens of them, silent, watching. At the center, a man, bound, kneeling, his mouth gagged, his eyes wide with terror. Arjun couldn't move. He wasn't there. He was seeing. A figure stepped forward, taller than the others, covered in dark robes, face hidden. In his hand, a blade, old, rusty, but sharp. The villagers bowed their heads. The robed figure raised the blade and brought it down. The scream never escaped. The ground drank it. The blood soaked into the soil, vanishing too quickly, as if something below was waiting. The earth began to move, just like before, but slower, deliberate. Roots pushed upward like veins beneath the skin. They wrapped around the body, pulled it down, not burying it, taking it. The villagers didn't run. They didn't scream. They watched, in silence, like this was normal, like this was necessary. The ground cracked open, just for a moment, and Arjun saw it, not clearly, not fully, but enough. Something massive, something ancient, a shape that didn't make sense. Eyes, too many, watching from the darkness below. Hungry, waiting. The robed figure spoke, a language Arjun didn't understand, but somehow he knew what it meant. We give, so you protect. We feed, so you spare us. We offer, so you stay beneath. The villagers repeated it, over and over, like a prayer or a warning. The vision began to break. The forest twisted again. The torches vanished. The villagers faded. And the voices returned, louder, closer. Arjun. He was back, half buried, surrounded. But now he understood. This wasn't random. This wasn't a curse. This was a system, a cycle. And he had just become the next offering. It doesn't hunt you. It waits until you're given.
If this disturbed you, hit like. Share this with someone who loves dark horror. Comment, "Don't trust the forest," if you would never go there. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 5, you'll see what's really moving beneath the roots.
What if the ground beneath you isn't ground at all? What if every step you take is on something that's alive? They say the trees in this forest don't grow from soil. They grow from blood. If you think what's above is scary, wait till you see what's below. Subscribe to the 60-second scare before it feels you. Arjun's body was trapped. The soil clung to him, tight, cold, breathing. His legs were gone beneath the earth. He tried to move. Nothing. The hands around him tightened, holding him in place. Not to kill him, to keep him. The ground beneath him began to pulse, slow, rhythmic, like a heartbeat. Then, something brushed against his skin. Not a hand, not a bone. Something smoother, thicker, a root. But it moved. It wrapped around his leg, coiling like a snake. Then another, and another. A sharp sting shot through his body. Arjun gasped. The roots tightened, and then they pierced him. Not deep, just enough to drink. He felt it. Something being pulled out of him, not just blood. Something more, something vital. The roots pulsed faster, thicker, darker. The trees around him began to shift. Not physically, but connected. Every branch, every trunk, every leaf moved together as if they shared one mind, one hunger. The roots beneath him stretched outward, spreading, linking everything. This wasn't a forest. It was a body, and he was inside it. Arjun. The voice returned, but it wasn't separate anymore. It came from the trees, from the ground, from inside him. You are part of us now. His vision blurred. The buried faces around him began to change. Their eyes weren't empty anymore. They were aware, watching him, welcoming him. The memories hit him again. Flashes, every victim, every sacrifice, every drop of blood, all flowing into the roots, feeding it, growing it, spreading it deeper, wider, stronger. This forest didn't just exist here. It was expanding. The roots tightened around Arjun's body, pulling him deeper. His chest sank into the soil. His arms followed. Only his face remained above, gasping, fading, and just before the earth swallowed him completely, he saw it again. Below, the thing beneath the roots, closer now, watching him, smiling. The forest doesn't grow. It spreads.
If this made your skin crawl, hit like. Share this with someone who loves horror. Comment "It's alive" if you felt that. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 6, you'll meet what the forest really keeps.
What if death isn't the end here? What if the forest doesn't kill you? It keeps you. They say the ones who disappear are still inside. If you think dying is the worst part, wait till you see what comes after. Subscribe to the 60-second scare before you become a voice. Arjun's body sank deeper. The soil closed over his chest, then his shoulders, then his neck. His breath came in short, broken gasps. The roots tightened, drinking, draining, and then darkness. But Arjun opened his eyes. He was standing, not buried, not trapped, free. The forest stretched around him, but it looked different, faded, distorted, like he was seeing it through water. What is this, Arjun? He turned. They were there. Dozens of them, the buried ones, but no longer broken, no longer decayed. They stood upright, still, watching, their faces calm. Too calm. "You're awake now," one of them said. Arjun stepped back. No, I escaped. I'm not like you." They didn't react. "You didn't escape," another voice said. "You changed." Arjun looked down. His body flickered, like a shadow, like something that didn't belong. "I died." Silence. Then a soft whisper. "You were collected." The ground beneath them pulsed again. The same heartbeat, stronger now. The forest wasn't just feeding, it was storing every soul, every voice, every memory. Kept, preserved, used. "We call them for it," one of the spirits said. "We bring them in. We grow the forest." Arjun's mind raced. "The voice that called me, it was you?" They all smiled. "Yes, all of us. We called you, just like we were called." The realization hit him like a blade. He wasn't the victim anymore. He was part of it. The forest pulsed again, louder, deeper. A new sound echoed through the trees. Footsteps. Someone else. On the road. "Listen," one of the spirits whispered. "Your turn." Arjun froze.